Quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets up. Oh,
down.
Watch him. He's going to set up. He's going to go for it fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CFSL, brought to you by PX1 Sports. We're here to watch the Tar Heels go up against the Michigan Wolverines. Clear skies, light breeze, and it is a chilly 7 degrees here in Ann Arbor. My name is Morty, joined here by Valente. How we feeling, my man?
Great. End off our Tuesday night. Michigan looking for their first win to stay in the hunt. And North Carolina looking to finish off strong at 2-1 with a victory here tonight.
Wolverines going to be getting the ball first to start things off. Here's a return. Going to be 27 yards from Atticus Ike.
And I got a chance to talk to Ike before the game, and he said things have looked a lot better this week, and they've only scored 29 points through their first 2 weeks, and based off what he's told me, it looks like things are going to be a lot better.
First run up the right side. Richard Powers, 21 yards on the reception.
And that is a great first play. Off the play action, he's going to hit Richard Powers wide open up the right side for a nice gain of 21, just shy of the midfield marker.
Beautiful start to the game here. Wolverines looking to get started early on as they line up on the right hash mark of the 46-47 yard line. Two receivers on each side, hanging out in the pocket. Michael Amber throws up right side, and the catch is complete. That's Jalen Zachary on the reception.
A great throw right over the head of the defender. This is zone coverage. He's just going to find that soft spot. And a beautiful throw right over the defender's head for another 20-yard gain. A five-star Jalen Zachary, 5 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown last week against Tennessee.
And the right hash mark now of the 32-yard line. Definitely moving downfield in quick time. Handoff and running up left side. That's Joseph Ellis on the rush. No yards found, though.
Now, Vinny Wellington, former defensive All-American with his first tackle and tackle for loss of the night there.
Middle of the field, 2nd and 10 for the Wolverines. Two receivers on the left, hanging out in the pockets. Amber finds a target on left side. That's Brian McGuire, 8 yards on the reception, 3rd and 2.
A great catch there by the senior tight end. And this drive, very good to start the day for the Wolverines.
Just a couple more yards needed to move those chains. Can the Wolverines make it happen? Amber's hanging out in the pocket. He's comfortable. Finds a target way deep left side. Jalen Zachary with a 21-yard reception.
And there we go. A lot of time there. Just going to float that one to Jalen Zachary once again. Beautiful pass. And now they're in the red zone, threatening a score here early in this first quarter.
A beautiful floater straight up left side. Is now lining up just shy of the end zone. First and goal for the Wolverines. And with that many bodies on the line of scrimmage, surely they're going to run it up middle. TJ Davis gets his feet into the end zone. Touchdown for the Wolverines.
The big tight end lined up at fullback, 6'1", 245. He's just going to power his way through all of that powdered blue into the end zone for a good touchdown and a great start for the Wolverines.
A great start indeed. And after this PAT, that's 7 points on board for the Michigan Wolverines. And one drive, 7 points, a great way to set up your momentum going forward. But with the ball now going back towards the Tar Heels, let's see how they respond.
And the Tar Heels, they've been pretty great over these past couple of weeks as well. You know, competitive loss to Colorado and a big win over Tennessee in week 1.
Frankie Frederick, 26-yard return. And now the offense, Johnny Hancock, the QB1 for the Tar Heels, coming onto the field.
And he went 36 for 50, 367 yards, and 4 touchdowns with 2 interceptions last week. Great game.
Great game indeed. Faking the handoff. Hancock's running up left side himself, but gets shoved down.
Absolutely blasted there on the outside. What a play that was. Beautiful hit. A solid gain of 2 to start this drive for the Tar Heels.
Hit stick right there. Just shut down Hancock on the rush up left side. 2nd and 8 on the left hash mark of the 29-yard line. And a couple receivers on each side. A lot of options here for Hancock to look at. Looking deep past the 50. That's Xavier King of the 29-yard reception. First down.
Yeah, great throw there. The junior. Let's check this out one more time. Just beats his guy right there. Just up the right sideline, and a beautiful throw by Johnny Hancock. I have a feeling this game could be a shootout with the way these offenses have started off.
Yeah, I mean, it has been an absolute banger of momentum between both offenses so far here in the first couple minutes of the first quarter. Hancock stepping back in the pocket, forced to throw it quick because he sees pressure. Novak on the catch left side, finds 1 yard on the reception.
And over on Twitch, we have a 1-yard touchdown run by Ryan Blacklock as Texas takes the early 7-0 lead on Florida State. 6:51 left in the first quarter.
The left hash mark of the 40-yard line, stepping back and throwing it deep to King Love. 3 yards on the reception, 3rd and 5.
Man, I love that name, King Love, with a nice 3-yard reception, bringing up 3rd and 5, and the first 3rd down attempt tonight for North Carolina.
3rd and 5. Stepping back in the pocket, Hancock needs to throw it quick. That he does. Up right side, Xavier King, 16-yard reception.
And a lot of Kings here on this North Carolina offense. Xavier King there, another big catch, and Frankie Frederick with a nice block there up the field. It's a beautiful play, beautiful execution here from the Tar Heels so far.
First down here, just shy of the 20-yard line, and the Tar Heels are moving the chains. Hancock hands it off and running up middle, just shy of a first down. Novak got it. That's first down for the Tar Heels.
A great spot there, Dane Novak, the freshman from the Czech Republic, 5'8", 175 pounds, and he is fast. Good Lord.
Yeah, he is. That is a lot of speed on that little guy. Look at him dart right up the middle. You find a hole, you take it. That's Jaquez Stanley for a 9-yard rush.
And they got him out of the backfield there, the 3-star wide receiver. He had a catch for 17 yards and a touchdown last week, and a nice run there to get them down to about the 2 or 3 yard line here.
2nd and 1. Just one more play. Good put up 7, but a throw right into the lineman goes incomplete. 3rd and 1.
It's just short, dangerous throw there, but UNC 1 for 1 on 3rd downs. They have a 3rd and 1 here.
3rd and 1. This is where champions are made. Running up right side, holding on to the ball. Hancock's going to run upfield and get his feet into the end zone. Touchdown for the Tar Heels.
And a great read there by Hancock. He's going to pull at the right moment, sees the defensive end, bite on the running back, so he's going to take that one in himself for a great run and a great touchdown.
7-7 between both teams. Electric offense for both teams so far, but the Tar Heels kicking it back off to the Wolverines, and the crowd is electric looking at this offense go. Great return here. Able to find about 34 yards. Richard Powers on the return.
A solid return there for Powers, and we're going to start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Not a bad start at all. Just a little bit more than half of the field to make up for. And that's Amber stepping back in the pocket. Big throw up left side. Able to find a first down and a bit of change on top of that. Brian McGuire for 15.
Yeah, the big tight end making a big play there on the out route. Makes a nice catch. Able to push forward through a defender. And a solid gain to get up past midfield.
Beautiful play to start things off. 15 yards is going to get them past the halfway point of the field on the 48-yard line. Left hash mark. First down. Wolverines have a lot of options to work with. Going for a throw. Amber finds a target up right side and just goes incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, knocked away there by the defender. Great play by Drew Heatherton, able to knock that one out of there.
Two receivers line up on the right side. Amber's got company with him back in the field. Big throw up the left. Perfect spiral goes to Ronnie Wilson. 15 yards on the reception.
And a great play on the curl route right there. All you got to do is just get past your defender. And just a great throw, great timing by Amber. Sits down on it. Great catch and able to fight through the tackle, hold on to the ball for a nice gain.
Yeah, the passing game for the Wolverines has looked great so far in just the first couple minutes of this game. I think we're going to need a little bit better coverage to make sure that Michigan doesn't take off with this game. Amber is pressured in the pocket, though, has to throw it out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great pressure here by this North Carolina front, and good job by Amber not forcing anything downfield.
A lot of bodies on the line of scrimmage and holding on to it, pitching it off to the outside, fighting for some yards afterwards. Joseph Ellis refuses to get put down.
Yeah, and a great play. It looked like it was going to be a negative play, but able to fight forward, bringing up 3rd and 7.
A lot of bodies on the line of scrimmage yet again. Amber finds a target quick deep. It's intercepted by the Tar Heels. And running up the right side, running downfield. He's put down right after, though, but interception from North Carolina.
Ed Nair, the free safety, the 5-star sophomore from Florida, his first pick of the season and a big one. Jumps the route, undercuts it, fights through defenders, and a nice return and a nice interception. He's swinging the momentum in the favor of the Tar Heels.
You can't be mad at results like that. The Tar Heels are back in offensive mode. That's going to be Hancock stepping back in the pocket, finds a target up right side, and able to find a good couple yards, but there's a flag on the play.
This one's probably going to be illegal touching.
Illegal touching.
Yeah. Still 2nd down. Stepped out of bounds, ran a route to the sideline, found a way upfield, but it looks like he might have stepped out before he cut upfield.
But the ball is still in hand for the Tar Heels. 2nd and 15. Good throw up left side. Goes complete to Frankie Frederick. 9 yards on the reception. 3rd and 6 for the Tar Heels.
And that's a good way to get those yards back. Frankie Frederick, All-American last season. A great catch and brings up 3rd and 6. UNC 2 for 2 to start this game.
An absolute close game so far, and Tar Heels moving the chains slowly but sure. Oh, no, not moving the chains. 4th and 8. They're going to have to punt this away because look at the field position.
And a great tackle there by Martavius Jacobs, and over on Twitch, we have a 7-yard touchdown pass to Barry Thomas. Texas is going up 14-0 on Florida State with 3:54 left in the first.
Snap is made. Punt goes out and gets caught at the 40, the 34. Running upfield, just barely gets to the middle of the field. Atticus Ike with a 13-yard return.
field to make up for. And just as I said, this might be a shootout. We got 2 great defensive stops by these defenses. So who knows, man? We're in for a show.
Yeah, right after the interception, I mean, the Wolverines defense showed up and said, hey, we need to get our offense back on the field. Let's shut them out here. Joseph Ellis runs upfield for a 5-yard rush.
A solid 5-yard gain. Nice hole there by the offensive line. Don't need it all one play. You know, you got good field position. You just got to take your chunks where you can get them.
It's all right, Amber. Play it safe. Play it smart. And this game will be just fine. Big throw, up right side, goes intercepted yet again. It goes intercepted yet again. The Tar Heels have just got the ball one more time in this first quarter.
Zach Axis, the senior, with the catch right there. Just an underthrown ball, and he's able to snag that one. I know you just said play it safe, but that was not the safest throw in the book. And that ball goes straight back to UNC. 2 interceptions on the night, on this first quarter for Michael Amber. Not the best start, but I mean, if your defense can come up big here again, just got to have a short memory if you can get this ball back.
Well, Amber must not be tuned into the CFSL Twitch on YouTube, because I it's not what I said. Knocked out of hand. Hancock loses the ball, but not recovered. 2nd and 10.
Good play there. We almost thought that might have been a fumble, but they knocked that one back. Good deflection by that defensive lineman.
And running upfield, fighting for some yards, it's Darian Novak, 5-yard rush.
A solid 5-yard gain makes this 3rd and medium. 2 for 3 on 3rd down. Didn't convert their last one. Let's see if they can convert this one.
And 3 receivers on the left side. A lot of options for Hancock to look at, but he's pressured in the pocket, forced to throw it quick. Goes to Novak yet again. 11 yards on the reception. That's a 1st down.
Yeah, the running back, very crucial in the run game, or in the receiving game as well. His speed is exactly what's going to get him open there on a great slant route.
1st down yet again for the Tar Heels. Lining up on the right side. Quick pass goes to Frankie Frederick, but only finds 1 yard on the reception. 2nd and 9.
A great play there by the defense, only allowing 1 yard. Johnny Hancock, 8 for 10 with 67 yards on the night.
Yeah, the passes are short but sweet. A good completion rate, if I do say so myself. Good catch again goes to Frankie Frederick. Finds a lot more yardage, though. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, sending a safety in. They're just going to dump that one off the tight end, get a nice 6-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 3 as UNC 3 for 4 on 3rd downs tonight so far.
Yeah, definitely a reliable tight end there. Frankie Frederick getting a couple yards here and there. He's going to make sure that the chains keep moving and running upfield. That's going to be Keith Stanley for 6 yards on the rush.
A solid rush there by the receiver. You know, this 1-2 punch that they have with Novak and Stanley is definitely working out here early on.
1st down, lining up in the middle of the field on the 41. Going to hold on to its Hancock, but gets read pretty quick. 6 yards on the rush, though.
A solid gain. Hancock up to 10 yards. His 3rd carry of the night. His 1st touchdown was on the read option. Over on Twitch, we have a 5-yard touchdown pass to McDonald. Texas now up 21-0 over Florida State with 2:19 left in the 1st.
Big throw up the middle. Incomplete, though. 9 for 12 on passes. Hancock is starting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, 4 for 5 on 3rd down for the Tar Heels. And yeah, I do remember that 21-0 lead against Florida State last season. Florida State can come back at any time. I said it last week when they were down.
3rd and 4. Hancock, comfy in the pocket, finds a target way downfield. It's complete to Frankie Frederick, the tight end legend. Touchdown for the Tar Heels.
And legend is an understatement, but let's talk about this matchup they had right there. 6'4", 250-pound Frankie Frederick going up against, I believe, 6'1", 200-pound Atticus Ike. The 5-star versus the generational talent, but the size difference is gonna win the day right there. Frankie Frederick with a huge catch, and you got mossed, or should I say you got Frankied?
You got Frankied. You just got franked. That's kind of fun read to it. Let's go. We'll keep that one, Valente. You just got franked. The ball goes back to the Wolverines after a great drive from the Tar Heels, but the Wolverines offense back on the field after this return. Atticus Ike, 26 yards on the return. Decent field position for the Wolverines to get started.
Sure, Gunn and the user content squad might be able to make something out of that. Hopefully we see something by the end of the night. I'll be on the look for that one.
The Tar Heels love that user content section, man. I always see they got some great stuff over there. It's a good rush up left side. Michael Amber picks up 7 yards on the rush.
Absolutely. One of the best parts of the day is going into user content and seeing what beef they're starting with their opponents.
Freaking Tar Heels.
You know, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It cracks me up. That's like one of my highlights of the day. Lunch break, user content, Tar Heels just talking mess. It's just crack me up, dude. Oh, what a hit.
Yeah, great catch and a great hit there, but Jalen Zachary able to hold on to that one for his 3rd catch of the night. He's up past 50 yards. Look at this throw. Beautiful by Amber. And great catch, but he just got laid out right there. I mean, he was ready.
Oh my God, it ain't just bark from the Tar Heels. They got some bite too. First down for the Wolverines, though. Lined up at the 48-yard line, a little bit more than halfway down the field, and handing it off, running upfield afterwards. Joseph Ellis gets put down just as hard.
Here's a read option right here. They're going to hand it off to the back, and a great hole up the gut for a nice 8-yard gain.
Violence is the name of the game for the Tar Heels defense right now to make sure that this drive doesn't go too far. Not stopping that many yards, though. 2nd and 2 on the right hash mark of the 44 as we wrap up the first quarter. 14-7 with the Tar Heels in the lead, but the Wolverines have a lot more fight left in them. We'll be back in a few minutes. And guess who's back? Just like I said, the Tar Heels looking to defend what's left of the field. A little bit less than half of it left. It's Hancock and the rest of the Wolverines. A target deep on left side. He's caught. Ronnie Wilson, 21-yard reception.
It's corner outs right now. Ronnie Wilson open on that one. It was Zachary before. Actually, this is a slant. Very long developing slant here. He gets past the linebackers into that 2nd level, and just a wide open throw. Easy pitch and catch there for Michael Amber.
2nd most yards before this game in the season for the Wolverines offense. Ronnie Wilson's definitely a go-to guy. So we're lining back up on the ball, and handoff goes towards Joseph Ellis. 6 yards on the rush, 2nd and 4.
A great play there by Ellis. He's up to 5 carries on the night. Ed Snare with his 5th tackle there, bringing up 2nd and 4.
5 bodies on the line of scrimmage for the Tar Heels defense, looking to blitz this one through, but read like a book, faking the handoff and holding on to it himself. Look at Amber run upfield for 16 yards on the rush. The Wolverines are 1st and goal.
And Michael Amber is a fighter. Let's look at this one more time. Perfect pit, a perfect pull off the read option, fighting off 1, surrounded by 4, and beautiful pushing their way up to the 1-yard line.
A one-man band, not including the O-line, of course. Can't count them out. But other than that, one-man band is Amber. Holds on to it yet again. Runs up right side this time. Finds that last yard needed and gets into the end zone. Touchdown for the Wolverines.
And Michael Amber taking the read option once again, pushing his way into the end zone. And now tie ball game pending this PAT, and it's good.
Beautiful drive from the Wolverines to respond to the Tar Heels. Like I said, Amber, you just got to play it low and slow and let the game do its magic. You've got a lot of great players around you. Just play around them. Returning the ball now is the Tar Heels. On the return, Frankie Frederick, 23 yards.
A solid return there by the tight end. You wouldn't expect to see tight ends, doing the kick returning, but, I mean, Frankie Frederick can do it all.
You can't argue with speed, man. Can't argue with speed. Frankie Frederick's got the feet on them. Is running upfield is Darian Novak, 13 yards on the rush.
Yeah, you can't argue with this speed either. It took him about 10 yards before he was even touched there. Quez Richardson with his 5th tackle of the night.
First down for the Tar Heels. Left hash mark of the 38. Got a lot of field to go, but a quick pass will shorten that down some. King Love finds 9 yards, 2nd and 1.
His 2nd catch of the night and a solid 9-yard gain. Very efficient game so far by Hancock. 11 for 14 on the night.
2nd and 1, and handing it off, running upfield. Look at the speed on Darian Novak. 10 yards on the rush will find a first down.
A great run there by Novak. And yeah, the speed is exactly what stands out. The quick burst to just get through those holes without being touched.
Exactly. No touch and done around here. He's far too fast. Darian the Flash Novak with a great play there as Brandon Richardson picks up reception on left side to make it 2nd and 4.
Now his first catch of the night, and this shows the talent that the Tar Heels offense has. I mean, they're spreading the ball around to just about every playmaker on the field.
2nd and 4, stepping way back in the pocket on the right side. Ethan Schuler with 4 yards on the reception, 3rd and inches as we line up on the right hash mark of the 33 with 2 receivers on each side. 3rd down, conversion is here. Great catch on the left side. Frankie Frederick yet again with 10 yards on the reception. Another 1st down for the Tar Heels.
And there she goes again, the 5th catch of the night for Frankie Frederick. 14 of 17 for Johnny Hancock now.
And 2 on each side yet again. Hancock's looking for a target. Great slant route done by Brandon Richardson. 5 yards on the reception. 2nd and 5.
A solid catch there by Brandon Richardson, his 2nd of the night there as well.
Beautiful gameplay from the Tar Heels offense so far, but they've got less than 20 yards to make up for. Great throw up the middle off the slant route one more time. Frankie Frederick is a monster. 7 yards on the reception.
6 catches now, and Johnny Hancock just continuing to wheel and deal his way down the field. We'll have a Twitch update here in just a moment.
And stepping back in the pocket yet again. This time feels pressure. Quick throw up left side. Relieves it though. It goes complete. 2nd and 6.
And Trayvon Santos for this first catch of the night. And over on Twitch, we have a 47-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Stewart. Florida State now trailing 21-7 with 7:07 left in the 2nd. That's a lot of 7s.
2nd and 6 on the left hash mark, just shy of the end zone. One more play could make it happen. Fighting for some yards after getting their hands on the ball. That's Jaquez Stanley, 7 yards on the reception.
And Jaquez Stanley looked like he was going to have a 6-yard gain short of the 1st down. He fought forward, he came back out, and he fell forward past the line again. I mean, he fought for the 2nd down, or the 1st down 2 times there.
1st and goal. And running upfield, Darian Novak just wasn't fast enough to escape the D-line. Bobby Ripper on the tackle.
And what a name, Bobby Ripper, showing what he's got. He ripping through that offensive line and ripping through Darian Novak right there.
Yeah, that's a terrifying name. Can you imagine being in a film and you're like, that guy's name's the Ripper? You're like, oh crap. Have to be up against that guy. Great throw downfield goes to Xavier King for 2 yards. That's a touchdown for the Tar Heels.
And a quick pass, quick slant over the middle finds King. Just a great throw, quick, efficient throw by Hancock. His 2nd touchdown of the night passing. That's his 3rd total. And UNC back in the lead.
Back in the lead, but the Wolverines are about to get the ball back through this kickoff as we watch the return. Oh, Atticus Ike gets laid out way in the backfield. Only 20 yards on the return.
A decent return, not the best, but nonetheless, you're not, back against the wall. So, could have been better, but definitely could have been much worse.
1st down. 2 receivers on the right, 3 on the left. Quick throw up left side. Receivers doing some blockings. Going to create space as look who runs up left side and finds a 1st down. That's Brian McGuire.
Yeah, I think tight ends on the screens is a great way to do it, because if they don't got those blocks up front, they're going to make their own path.
And stepping way back in the pocket, Amber's got all day. Amber feels comfy, finally sees a target, almost intercepted, but just deflected. Zach Axis.
Now making another athletic play there, diving to swat that ball, and just a beautiful play by Axis.
What is it with the defenses having just these sick names? Ripper, Zach Axis. It's fun. Joseph Ellis with the 6 yards on the rush.
And a solid rush. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people on this team that have some solid names. We got Vinny Wellington. Come on now. That's a great name as well.
It's all right. 3rd and 4, stepping back in the pocket. Amber looks for a target up right side. It goes complete. Jalen Zachary, 27 yards on the reception. That's a whole lot of field being made up for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and he's averaging over 21 yards a catch, and that's another big catch there by Zachary. Huge play to get downfield. They're putting this drive together. They're up past midfield now, just shy of the red zone.
First down, the right hash mark, just shy of the 30. Handoff goes up left side through the hole that the O-line made, but a swarm of Tar Heels found him afterwards. Joseph Ellis with a 2-yard rush.
A great run there by Ellis, and a great stop there by that North Carolina defense, only for a couple of yards.
2nd and 8 towards the left hash mark. Faking the handoff yet again. Amber holds on to the ball this time, rolling out of pocket, and finally finds a throw. TJ Davis, 16 yards on the reception.
Yeah, it looked like Amber maybe could have stepped up and ran that himself, but TJ Davis just wide open on the left side. A great throw, a great gain there by Davis.
Wolverines just shy of a goal line drive. Look at the excitement here in Ann Arbor. The Wolverines are feeling good, ready to answer and get even with the Tar Heels. Stepping back and, oh, wait a minute, pitching it up to left side, but read like a book. Joseph Ellis can't find any yards on the rush.
Exactly, read like a book. They've read the quarterback and then read the pitch back there as well.
And running upfield yet again, but not pitching it this time. Finding some yards on his own. Michael Lambert gets a first down just shy of it, 3rd and inches.
A great play there by Amber. The pitch back was taken out immediately, but Amber able to make their way upfield, bring up a nice short 3rd and inches.
Looking for one more big throw, and straight off the middle to Richard Powers. Touchdown for the Wolverines.
A beautiful tight window throw, and he's slow to get up. I mean, he definitely took a nice little hit there at the end there. So great play there by Powers. Great play by Amber to tie this one up at 21 apiece.
And with 3 minutes left, right before halftime, the game is as even as it was when we started. 21-21. But the Tar Heels getting their hands back on the ball to start things off. They've got one more good drive, and they'll get the ball back after halftime. Zach Daxis with a 31-yard return.
A solid return there, and this has been a much more different and I'll say better game for the Wolverines. They've only scored 29 points to their first 2 weeks, and they're already up to 21 here, and it's not even halftime.
3 receivers on the left and 2 on right. Hancock has a lot of options on this play, but play action's going to move one over. Let's see what he has in store. A quick throw goes intercepted. It goes intercepted by 23 and running upfield, but taken down right after. That is a huge play for the Tar Heels defense.
Yeah, Caden Hutchinson with the interception there. Beautiful play. Just reads the quarterback's eyes, jumps the route, and now they got the ball back in very, very good territory.
You know what? The offense on both sides are doing a great job. But you know what? A play like that is going to keep more of the Wolverines on the field, faking the handoff and running up from there. But red right after. Michael Lambert gets taken down in the backfield.
And CJ Storm with the tackle for loss there. Just a great read there, but able to just eat that one alive on the left side for a 3-yard loss.
2nd and 13, the left hash mark of the 38. And Amber handing it off, running upfield. Look at the speed, but there's a flag on the play. Oh, the clipping call.
And if I had a nickel for every time we saw a clipping call, I would probably have $1 right now.
That's still a pretty good. You know what you said, and I think it's. I was expecting like something like super insane of an answer, like a mansion or something, but I think it's like a pretty realistic.
Gotta be realistic.
That's a good one, pal. Good handoff to Joseph Ellis. 0 yards on the rush. 3rd and 18 for the Wolverines.
And James Smith coming down with that tackle for loss, the free safety, the 3-star free safety, his first tackle for loss of his career.
And stepping way back in the pocket, looking for a target, but sacked in the backfield. Amber just lost 8 yards. 4th and 26. They have to punt this out.
season 24 All-American, season 23 and 24 All-American. Vinnie Wellington coming down with the sack, his second tackle for loss, his first sack of the night, and his second sack of the season.
Let's see how far downfield they can get this ball. Good punt. It's going to be caught at the 18 and running upfield from there, fighting for a couple extra yards. Zach Axis picks up 9 on the return.
A solid return and solid field position. Great stop by that North Carolina defense. And you gave Michigan a chance to score, and you were able to push them 13 yards back or 16 yards back from where they started. So North Carolina defense showing out right now. Let's see if UNC can take the lead here.
Great pass from Hancock. Up left side goes to Frederick. 8 yards on the reception. And the Tar Heels are cashing in on a timeout to make sure they've got enough time to make one more drive happen just shy of halftime. 3 receivers on the right side. Hancock looking for one more throw. Up the middle, fighting for 17 yards. Frankie Frederick.
8 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown. We're not even at halftime. Just a great play there. She's going to cut inside, wide open, and just a great throw by Hancock with pressure in his face. Still standing and delivering that one. And UNC, they have about, just about 100 seconds to get a score before half. And they also get ball as well, I believe.
First down with 3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. And look at the throw. Wide open Green from there, but taken down from the right side. King Love finds 27 yards on the reception. That is humongous. A humongous play for the Tar Heels.
Absolutely, and his biggest reception of the day. 27 of his 39 yards came on that play right there. Huge to get into plus territory, into the red zone, and threatening a score here in this final 90 seconds of the first half.
First down towards the left hash mark of the 20, handing it off. But, blitzed and killed Darian Novak. No yards on the rush.
Yeah, and Lincho Rivera with his 3rd tackle of the night. He was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So, not a tackle for loss.
Second down, 10 yards to make. Just shy of the goal line, but Frankie Frederick pushed back right shy of the first down. 3rd and 2 is where they line up.
And that pass will put her over 100 yards on the night. Just under a minute to go.
Quick throw up the field, goes incomplete. The Tar Heels will have to go for a field goal here.
And they just sailed that one. They didn't want to throw a pick. I mean, you thrown one, a drive ago, so you want to stay safe, take your points, and, trust your defense, because they just made a huge play to cap off that last drive.
Let's break it down. They held the ball long enough to make sure that the Wolverines have less than a minute to work with on this last drive before halftime, and they were able to put 3 up on the board. It's not bad. I'll take it. Tar Heels definitely did something good there. And now back in control of the ball, the Wolverines have 48 seconds left to work with after Richard Howard got them 25 yards on the return.
Yeah, they have 48 seconds to work with and 3 timeouts, so I would not be surprised to see them get aggressive, especially knowing the fact that UNC most likely, I believe, does get the ball to start the second half.
48 seconds left as we line up on the left hash mark. Look at Amber stepping way back in the pocket, but just throws it to Casper.
And Vinnie Wellington on the pressure there. He's looking for a screen, but just not able to find it there.
2nd and 10. 3 receivers lined up on the left. Tar Heels pressing up, trying to get to Amber, but couldn't quite get there. Throw goes out to Richard Powers yet again. 20-yard reception, and another timeout used this time by Michigan.
A great catch there, and called their timeout, reserving some time here.
37 on the clock. Good throw up left. Brian McGuire picks up 4 yards, and marching down the field, they're almost halfway there.
Down to their final timeout, Kareem Klein with his 5th tackle of the game.
Wolverines rushing onto the ball to make sure they can get as many yards out of it as possible. Almost complete, but not quite so. Amber couldn't get it happen.
Great defense there by Troy Oster, and brings up 3rd and 6, and Michigan 3 for 5 on 3rd downs tonight.
A couple more plays left as we go past 30 seconds on the clock. A big throw up right side to Atticus Ike. 13 yards of the reception. First down for the Wolverines.
And that's the generational talent, free safety. He can play both sides of the ball and making a crucial catch right there to get them down to the 39-yard line.
26 seconds left on the clock, and it's still going. Big throw up middle to 12, and picked up for 6 yards on the reception. Atticus Ike.
Yeah, they're not calling timeout, so they got to hurry this one up.
2nd and 4, 12 seconds left, down to 10. Big throw up the middle. It goes complete, but falls right after. Dash Pops leaves 8 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, that's going to stop the clock until they get set, but they got to be ready for it. Not much time.
One more play to potentially put 7 on the board. The clock is ticking. You need to stat the ball. In it goes. One more throw at the middle, but deflected down by C.J. Reese. That score is not going to happen right now as we lit up into halftime. 24-21 with the Tar Heels in the lead. And I think it's pretty likely that the Wolverines can come back, but the Tar Heels will be getting the ball after halftime.
Really didn't agree with the way they ended off that half. I would have used that last time out a bit earlier. But nonetheless, still a close game. Much better start this time around than the last 2 weeks. So you're already a step ahead of where you were, last week and the week before. The Wolverines, they've made a couple of crucial stops. UNC, they've made a couple of crucial stops. They're just currently winning the game by 3. They're winning the game by field goal. But Michigan, you're going to have to get another one of those big stops because UNC gets the ball to start this half. And you do not want to let them get out to a 2-possession lead because they are really good at keeping that lead out in front of them. They're very good at keeping things in front of them, and very even game so far. Michigan currently winning the passing yards battle, North Carolina winning the rushing yards battle by 6, time of possession by 16 seconds. And Michigan, they have 2 turnovers, and that last turnover definitely crucial. But as we wait for this third quarter kickoff over on Twitch, we have a 62-yard touchdown pass to Luther McDonald. His second of the night. Texas now leads 28-10 with 1:03 left in the second quarter.
Not as close over on the Twitch, but it is neck and neck here on the YouTube. Tar Heels getting their hands back on the ball. They're already in the lead, like we talked about, and they're now in possession of the ball yet again. That is a great place to be in for the Tar Heels. Let's see how they operate off this momentum.
If they get a touchdown here, that would be huge for that momentum.
Starting off the third quarter, first play back on the field, and throw up left side goes to Brandon Richardson, 7 yards on the reception.
His third catch of the night, and he's not the number 1 option, but he's pretty close. And to see him only have 3 catches tonight shows just what talent that this team has around him.
Big throw up the right side goes to Frankie Frederick. Only finds 3 yards, though, but that's enough for a first down.
Yeah, her 10th catch of the night, and it should be a surprise to no one that the pace is, pretty good, that she might even break her own modern era receptions record tonight. That's a solid pace. 10 catches to start the third quarter.
And looking for a target downfield. A big throw up the left side. Finds a first down and a bit of change on top of that. Ethan Schuler, 18 yards.
And over on Twitch, a 57-yard touchdown pass to Alexander Schultz. Florida State now trails 28-17 with 45 seconds left in the half. So Florida State, they're fighting their way back.
Things are looking on the up and up for the Tar Heels. As if things weren't up enough with a 3-point lead, they are continuing to move the chains with only 1 minute taken down on the clock. And they're keeping that momentum going. Good throw up the middle, but Jaquez Stanley just got laid out.
And a great hit there by Lencho Rivera, and a great catch there by Stanley, able to hold on to the ball. You can give props both ways, and Lencho's 7th tackle of the night.
First down yet again, the 35-yard line towards the left hash mark. Big throw, but incomplete.
Yeah, heard footsteps there, and Bobby Ripper, Jeremy Stone, the ones in the area. Those are 2 guys I don't want to get hit by.
2nd and 10. Tar Heels looking to run the ball up the middle with Darian Novak. 5 yards on the rush.
Patience there by Novak, and he's just able to take his time, get behind his block for a nice 5-yard gain. Lencho with his 8th tackle of the night.
Yeah, he couldn't find a hole right there. Nowhere for him to use the jet zone, so kind of played it low and slow, but not so low. A great air ball going to Brandon Richardson for a 30-yard reception. That's a touchdown for the Tar Heels.
And this is exactly what you didn't want if you're the Wolverines, but a great play by Hancock, getting the ball out in front of his guy, making him go and get it. And a great play by Richardson, fighting his way into the end zone. Is now 31-21, Tar Heels on top.
Beautiful drive from the Tar Heels with now a 10-point lead. That is 2 possessions that the Wolverines need to make up for, but they do get their hands back on the ball as this return gets put down at the 36, 33 yards on the return for Atticus Ike.
A beautiful return there by Ike, and he's able to do it just about anywhere. A great start to the second half for Hancock, 5 for 6, 70 yards and a touchdown.
First down for Amber and the rest of the offense, but Amber sacked in the backfield, lost 60 yards.
Second sack of the night for Vinny Wellington. He's just going to get straight past the lineman off the play action. All you got to do is just bring your man down, and he did just that. Great play, bringing up 2nd and 16 for the Wolverines.
I don't even think I saw the right tackle put his hands on him at all. I mean, I guess that was just a great juke from our defender there to make sure that happened. QB stepping back in the pocket. A big throw up left side goes deflected by Kareem Klein.
That's his first deflection of the night right there. Bringing up 3rd and 16. Michigan 4 for 6 on 3rd down.
3rd and 16, a rough place to be for the Wolverines offense, but they haven't given up hope yet. Amber finds a deep throw up left side, almost intercepted yet again. Ed Snare couldn't keep his hands on the ball though.
I like the call there, trying to get the ball past the sticks, but still a dangerous throw, and Ed Snare not able to come down with that one, but still the Tar Heels going to get this one back with a solid field position.
A big punt gets caught at the 33 and running up the left side of the field. Gets stopped just shy of the 50. Zach Axis, 15-yard return.
A great return there by Axis, and he's been on his game all night long to pick the deflection, 2 solid punt returns, and just an all-around great game for Axis.
49-yard line, a little bit more than half of the field to go for the Tar Heels. Looking for a target right up the middle. It goes complete and gets put down to the 20. That is 33 yards on the reception. The Tar Heels' momentum cannot be stopped.
11 catches, over 130 yards. Frankie Frederick wide open over the middle. He's making another great play, but I mean, that's just average Frankie Frederick right there.
And the Wolverines just got franked yet again. First down, the left hash mark of the 19. And not a lot of yardage to go for the Tar Heels to get another point on the board. Another 6 to be exact. Xavier King. Great catch.
I really want to know what got into your mind for you to say Xavier Irving. Nonetheless, Lincho Rivera, his 9th tackle of the night there.
First and goal, holding onto the ball, pitching it off to the outside. Darian Novak, 2 yards on the rush.
A solid carry there. Great tackle on the outside by Lincho Rivera, his 10th of the night.
6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And this is about to be a 3-possession game for the Wolverines. Tar Heels, one more throw, could make this happen, but steps right out of bounds as soon as they get their hands back on the ball. 3rd and goal.
Now just a tad too far. UNC 7 for 9 on 3rd down, though. They have a 3rd and goal to go.
One more play. This needs to work out. Great chop block on the front of the line of scrimmage. Bobby Ripper finds a tackle, though. 4th and goal. Looks like UNC are going to have to settle for a field goal.
It's just great bend, don't break mentality by Michigan Wolverines, and this is going to keep it within a 2-possession game. So now you just got to go down, find your way down the field, and hopefully get 6. Bring it back to a 1-score game. You're not out of this. There's still a lot of time left. Aaron Ike, he's a great AD, and he always has these guys ready, so I would not be surprised to see them come back.
Great return as Richard Powers gets put down to the 29-yard line. It's not a bad spot to start.
Yeah, and this Tar Heels defense, they've been doing great. 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, 300 yards allowed on the night, and they've just been incredible making those big plays when they've needed it.
First down for the Wolverines offense at the 30. And Amber going to fake the handoff and run upfield himself, able to find a first down on the rush, 12 yards on the rush.
Solid carry there by Amber. CJ Storm credited with the tackle.
First down yet again in the middle of the field, the 42-yard line. Amber faking the handoff, hanging out in the pocket, looking for a target way downfield, and a perfect spiral goes straight to one. Look at that, Richard Powers.
His fourth catch of the night. Again, zone coverage, play action, right past the defender, zips in there to Richard Powers for a beautiful gain and a great start to this Michigan drive.
Wolverines have not given up hope just yet. A great start to this drive, and they're 30 yards shy of another 7 points on the board. Great throw up the middle. Richard Powers yet again, 2nd and 1.
His fifth catch of the night, and the most crucial guy on this drive so far. Amber does have a couple of picks, but so far this one has been a safe and efficient drive.
2nd and 1 with 2 receivers on each side. And looks like there's options as Dash Pot catches the ball and gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Wolverines.
Get this, Dash Pot's only 2 catches on the season for 5 yards. That catch right there for a touchdown, his first touchdown of the season, and his longest catch of the season as well. So great play there to bring this back within 1 score. Michigan, if you want to fight your way back into this, if you want to keep your dreams alive, you need that big stop you've been looking for all game.
Beautiful drive from the Wolverines, and the audience is electric. UNC getting their hands back on the ball, though. We're going to need to see an amazing performance from the Wolverines defense to make sure that the offense can keep putting points on the board, and the Wolverines could maybe get back in this game.
And it's just been a great offensive performance, especially by Frankie Frederick. 13 catches so far. And there's that catch. There's that throw to Brandon Richardson. I mean, Hancock, like I said earlier, he's just been wheeling and dealing like he's Ric Flair. And just, he's been a great quarterback, right? He was on the All-American ballot last season. Of course, lost to Declan Murphy, who had one of the all-time seasons. But he's had an excellent start to this season. He's already up to 10 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions.
First down for the Tar Heels offense. Hancock stepping back in the pocket. He needs to throw it quick. That he does, but it goes out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Frosty just said he knows Ric Flair was styling and profiling. No, he was doing all of it, man. He was doing all of it. Anything that rhymed, he was doing it.
I know he did a couple things that we can't talk about on the CFSL YouTube. Big throw up the middle goes complete. Humongous yardage made for the Tar Heels offense.
Ethan Schuler, the other tight end on the team. Beautiful throw up the seam here, just wide open. Quez Richardson making the touchdown saving tackle right there.
First down yet again for the Tar Heels, looking to keep the lead. They have the momentum. It's just a matter of keeping it going. Move the chains and put points on the board. That's the mission for Johnny Hancock, who finds a target up left side, left open off the zone coverage. Brand Richardson, that is humongous.
And he's just gonna beat the zone coverage right here. Finds a nice gap, hits his man right there, Richardson, and you know, he's only a sophomore, right? Hancock's only a sophomore, so he's been building these connections with these targets, and it's just been getting stronger and stronger by the week. And you can just tell by the way he's settling in with these throws.
First down, faking the handoff. Hancock runs upfield himself and gets taken down just shy. No, he got the first down. We're 1st and goal.
A solid run there. Philip Chappell with his 5th tackle of the night. They got about 6 yards to go until they get to the end zone.
Big throw up left side, goes complete to Frankie Frederick. 3 yards on the reception, 2nd and goal.
He's up to 12 catches, 140 yards tonight. 2nd and goal for the Tar Heels.
Just shy of the end zone. The Tar Heels keeping this momentum going. One more throw could make it work, but guess who's sacked in the backfield? Johnny Hancock's taken down.
Yeah, great play there, bringing up 3rd and goal. UNC 7 for 10 on 3rd down.
One more opportunity to put up another 7, and running upfield, fighting for some yards. Johnny Hancock gets shoved down, though. Looks like UNC are going to have to go for 3.
Yeah, we know he's able to push that ball in by himself, but a great job by this defense. And look, they were down 10. With this field goal, they'll be down 9. They're just chipping their way, back into that, chipping their way back into the UNC's point total. So now they're down 9. Another touchdown, you'd be down 2. They're fighting their way back. Still a lot of time. The math is mathing.
More than a quarter left for the Wolverines to work with to get back in this game. 37-28, and Atticus Ike just picked up less than 30 on the return. So Wolverines have still a decent amount of field to work with. 28-yard line is where they'll start their first play of this offensive drive. As Amber steps back in the pocket, fakes the handoff, going for a block instead. And look, oh my goodness. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, dangerous throw there by Amber, and Troy Oster almost came down with that one, but fell out of his hands there at the end. Almost got a toe tap sideline interception.
That would have been crazy. Handoff goes to Ellis, who runs upfield for 4 yards, 3rd and 6.
And he's had a slower game, 10 carries for 34 yards. Only 3.4 yards per carry, but Michigan 4 for 7 on 3rd down.
3rd and 6. The right hash mark of the 32. Great throw up left side. Goes almost intercepted one more time. We've got to be careful here, Amber.
Yeah, Kareem Klein almost picked that one off there. Huge play there by the corner. His 2nd deflection of the night. Now they're going to punt this one back to UNC.
I am just so scared. My toes are just curling seeing some of these throws go down, but forced to punt it away and give the ball back to the Tar Heels. Zach Axis picks up a 13-yard return.
Your toes are curling, huh?
That they are. I'm nervous here, big dog.
I got you, man. Hey, I was nervous last game. This game's tight as well. I understand it. Believe me.
That it is. I mean, I'm not ruling out the Wolverines. Usually at this point, it's pretty evident, who's going to come out on top. I've got my odds placed somewhere, but the Wolverines, they haven't given up hope yet. I think the defense can definitely get on top here and stop one more drive, and then the Wolverines can score one more time, and then it's anyone's game from that point forward. But it just takes a good amount of football for the Wolverines. They're playing at home. They've got good confidence, but a big throw up the right side, a super deep pass, and nothing but, oh my God, that's a 60-yard reception and a touchdown from King Love.
Got to give credit to the big guys up front, the offensive line giving Johnny Hancock all that time, and King Love a lot of time to get down the field, straight past that defense for a huge gain and a touchdown for the Tar Heels. And you know what? They're starting to separate here. Still not over, but they're starting to create that separation. They're starting to get a little bit more comfortable with this lead.
Wolverines are starting to hate Morty for Castor's cursing what could have been a great defense. One play, touchdown. I'm sorry, y'all. I really didn't mean for it to go down that way. It's not my fault. I don't make the rules. Great return up the middle. Atticus Ike picks up 24 yards on the return.
A solid return, and around this time you got some decisions to make. You got to decide if you want to abandon that run game and maybe just push the ball downfield with your quarterback's arm.
Oh, just a shame. O-line gets pushed down right into Ellis on that rush.
And Vinny Wellington just pushes the offensive lineman straight back into the running back and forces a huge tackle for loss, his 4th of the night.
A humongous show of strength from Vinny Wellington. Running upfield yet again. On the tackle one more time. Ellis gets taken down for 2 yards. That's Tank Vasquez.
Yeah, and we talked a lot about names. That's another good one right there, too. Tank Vasquez right there. Huge tackle for loss, bringing up 3rd and 14. Michigan 4 for 8, just 50% on 3rd down.
3rd and 14. Lining back up on the ball. The Wolverines offense haven't lost hope just yet. Joseph Ellis only found 5 on the reception. And the Tar Heels have just created a 4th and out situation.
I don't really agree with checking it down there, but I mean, if you trust your defense, I can't hate it. They're going to punt this one back to UNC, and UNC going to have another chance to score.
Caught at the 38 and running upfield from there. Zach Axis picks up 10 yards on the return.
Man, if he didn't get tripped up right there, that was going to be a long return, but it's been pretty even in terms of plays with North Carolina dominating the yards, and only 4 more first downs than the Wolverines.
On the 46 and running upfield from there. Look at the Jets on Darian Novak, 2nd and inches.
Man, he's just so fast. And Atticus, I credited with his 7th tackle of the game.
2nd and inches to make it halfway down the field. The 50-yard line is where they start. Handoff goes to Novak, playing it safe. He doesn't want to get hit, but that he does, laid out.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And that's his 10th carry of the night, and he got absolutely hammered there by Lincho Rivera. He's been headhunting all night long.
You got to be careful with little old Novak here. I mean, he keeps getting hit like that. We're going to have to slide into safety for his spot at halfback. Holding on to the ball is Hancock, who runs up right side. A sea of green left open and just shy of pushing them out of the first down.
A great run there by Hancock and a great read. He's just going to pull it right here. The edge takes the running back. Great block up there by King Love and finding enough space on the outside for a huge gain.
First down and lining up. So we're almost done with the 3rd quarter. Tar Heels continuing their momentum in this game. Great throw up the middle to Frankie Frederick for 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
Her 13th catch, 148 yards on the night. Johnny Hancock, 35 for 45, 461 yards, 4 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Very efficient game from Hancock.
And looking for a throw, comfortable in the pocket, finds a target. Frankie Frederick yet again. 1st and goal after that 10-yard reception.
That's her 14th catch of the night. And setting up 1st and goal, Lincho Rivera with his 13th tackle of the game.
1st and goal, looking for a target. Johnny might hold on to it, finds a target at the last second, and King Love finds 3 yards on the reception. And that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter, 44-28, with the Tar Heels holding them at a 2-possession game. But the Wolverines haven't given up hope yet. We'll be back in a few moments. And we're back. 1 more quarter for the Wolverines to potentially get back in this game. But with the Tar Heels so close to the end zone, it might be 3. Running up middle, fighting for yardage, but not able to get into the end zone. 3rd and goal after a failed rush from Johnny Hancock.
Gunn and chat saying 6 more receptions to tie a record. The pacing isn't quite there, but it's not far off. She could have a monster 4th quarter, tie that record.
Could be the case, as we'll see as the game goes on. Great shot block from the right tackle. Brandon Richardson is able to get into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Tar Heels.
The 5th touchdown of the night for Johnny Hancock, the 2nd of the night for Richardson. Huge play. Now they're up 3 possessions. Michigan, their dreams slowly fading away, but you got to push that ball downfield. You're still alive in this one. You just got to continue to show the fight that you had earlier on in this game.
4th quarter, and the Wolverines begin their first offensive drive in the last phase of the game. Richard Powers finds 20 yards in the return. Not a bad place to start for the Wolverines.
And not at all. You just got to be able to push the ball downfield, get more comfortable, getting the ball to your receivers, and maybe, slowly abandon the run game.
Big throw up the left side. We're playing fast and loose for the Wolverines. Richard Powers picks up 31 on the reception.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see. Michael Amber has the arm talent. You have the weapons to do so. This is just a great throw, layering it over all of those defenders for a huge gain. Just keep that up right there. In Michigan, you're not out of this one.
I told Amber, play it low, play it slow. Relax. There's no more time to relax. You need to get points on the board fast. Big throw up left side, but goes incomplete. Forced to throw it out of bounds after some pressure from the D-line Tar Heels.
A great pressure there and a great read by Amber, just throwing that one away, making sure don't do anything dumb and keep the ball in your possession.
2nd and 10. Big throw off the left side yet again. Like you said, just keep doing that, and they'll put points on the board. Another touchdown. Ronnie Wilson with the Wolverines.
Yeah, keep on pushing, and you're going to keep yourself in this game. Beautiful throw up the left sideline, and just a great throw, great catch, and Michigan still fighting in this one. They just need that defense to come in clutch and make a couple of stops.
34 with the PAT going live here, but we're going for the 2-point conversion instead. 3 receivers on the left, but we're going for a run instead. Just shy of where they needed to be, though. Incomplete. Stopping at 34. That is a shame for the Wolverines as the Tar Heels get their hands back on the ball one more time. Taken down at the 23 to where Zach Axis gets on the yard returns.
Had so far Michigan not out of this one. Seen a lot of their highlights right here. Pass to Potts. Wilson right here. They've shown a lot of great flashes, and it seems like things are looking up for the Wolverines. They just need to show a strong showcase over these last 8 minutes.
First down for the Tar Heels offense. Looking to maintain the lead. Almost intercepted by Jerry Harrison.
The junior corner right there. That would have been a huge interception. That one could have went the other way for 6, and that would have been the momentum shift you needed.
2nd and 10. As the Tar Heels offense looking to maintain this lead yet again. The toe drag swag from King Love puts 4 reception.
Yeah, he's over 100 yards tonight as well, so huge game for the 3-star freshman. And now bringing up 3rd and 6, UNC 8 for 12 on 3rd down.
3rd and 6, and Hancock hanging out in the pocket, needs to throw it fast. Beautiful throw, complete to Xavier King. 42-yard reception. What a cannon.
What a cannon. He crosses the century mark right there too. Now watch this. You're going to see a lot of pressure in the face of Hancock. Hit as he throws, and he just throws that one up to Xavier King. This time it wasn't Frankie Frederick, but you got mossed once again. King with a huge play. And not necessarily a dagger, but definitely, a switchblade, if anything.
Left hash mark of the 31 with 2 receivers on each side. Hancock is going to continue with the air raid. A big pass up the left side goes to Darian Novak, 13 yards of the reception.
Yeah, great play there by Hancock getting the ball out to Novak, and it's a huge way to keep this drive alive for North Carolina. They're not ready to take their foot off the gas either.
First down, yet again for the Tar Heels offense. Running up the middle of the field, Jaquez Stanley with a 13-yard rush.
Solid. That's only his 3rd rush of the game. They've been getting him involved everywhere, whether it be as a receiver or out of the backfield as a running back. He's been making plays when his name is called.
Big throw off the left side. Not able to get into the end zone, though. Ethan Schuler with 1 yard on the reception.
And over on Twitch, we have a 12-yard touchdown pass to Kai Mills. Florida State now down 28-23 after a no-good 2-point conversion. 7:13 left in the game. Florida State, they're fighting their way back over on the Twitch.
And fighting for one more touchdown, Darian Novak gets taken down. Clothesline just shy of the end zone. 3rd and goal.
He bounced off a defender there. Still able to fight forward. Get within that half-yard mark, bringing up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. One big throw for 7 more points, but forced to throw it out of bounds because of the pressure.
And when you're in that half-yard mark and you go for a pass, I mean, that's just a very, shrinking field, and all of his reads got covered up. You just got to sail that one out of the back of the end zone, kick your field goal, get back up a full 3 possessions. 20-point lead now.
54-34. And UNC are maintaining this momentum. Wolverines have 6.5 minutes left to make it happen. Atticus Ike with a 21-yard return.
And you got to continue to move fast. That last drive should be, a warning sign, an alarm to you to air this one out. Amber has the talent. You have the weapons. Just keep pushing that ball.
First down for the Wolverines, running upfield for a couple yards as Joseph Ellis on the rush.
Solid couple yard gain there, but I mean the time is continuing to run. As long you're in control of this clock, you need to push the ball downfield as quick as possible. 3 possessions down. You got to be on go mode at this point.
And hanging out in the pocket, has some time to throw, finds a target acquired. Jalen Zachary, 8 yards on the reception. That's a first down.
His 5th catch of the night, just short of that 100-yard mark. And Amber, you got to keep pushing it.
First down yet again. 5.5 minutes left on the clock, and it just keeps ticking. A dart downfield, incomplete though, as Nair deflects it down.
Now, I like the call to throw it downfield, but deflected by Snare. He was ready for that one, and it's a great job by the defense on the back end. We'll have a Twitch update here in just a second.
UNC, big throw up the right. Oh.
And over on Twitch, we have a 35-yard touchdown pass to Luther McDonald, his 3rd of the night. Texas now in the lead, 35-23 with 5:43 left in the game.
A little bit closer over there. Earlier it was the opposite, remember?
Yeah, Texas had a 21-0 lead. Now it's 35-23. We know what Florida State's capable of. They're, in danger of falling to 0-3, and as well as Michigan here.
Big throw up the left, able to find 2 yards. That's a Lance Olson and a turnover.
Turnover on downs, and if you throw short, you're going to stay short, and that's kind of exactly what they asked for on that. You just throw, I believe, to a walk-on as well, so not necessarily the best choice of weaponry there.
Yeah, we saw some darts earlier on. I mean, huge deep throws as Tar Heels have offense back on the ball, and a great pass up the middle. Able to find another first down.
Yeah, speaking of darts, that's a dart right there. Brandon Richardson, again, another huge catch. Cliff Booth with his 5th tackle of the night. And Johnny Hancock, 555 yards and 5 touchdowns through the air tonight.
First down, yet again for the Tar Heels. Hanging out in the pocket, finds a big throw up left side, goes complete to Brandon Richardson. UNC want to score one more time.
8 catches, 103 yards. That crosses the century mark for Richardson, and they're not ready to take their foot off the gas yet. They want one more score.
Oh, taken down to the backfield. Novak tried to rush up, and
makes sense. Bobby Ripper, the 2nd tackle for loss of the night.
3rd and 1. A little bit more room before we get to goal line status. Tar Heels have a lot of options to play with. Looking for a target deep downfield. We're not going for a first down. We're going for a touchdown. Xavier King puts up 6.
And Johnny Hancock with his 7th overall touchdown of the night. You got to remember that read option one earlier, and that touchdown right there makes his 6th passing, 7th overall. Xavier King, I believe that's his 3rd touchdown of the night as well. And speaking of touchdowns, over on Twitch, we have a 55-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Stewart, his 2nd. Florida State now down 35-30 with 4:39 left in that game.
One more drive for the Wolverines. They're going to need a miracle to escape this game victorious. But God might not be listening. Atticus Ikes picks up 21 yards on the return.
61 points on the night for UNC. Michigan, they need to push the ball downfield. I know I sound like a broken record, but got to abandon this run game.
Long, deep passes. Hail Marys across the board. And a deep throw. That's exactly what we needed. 57 yards on the reception. Jalen Zachary finds a lot of yardage.
And that's exactly what they needed to hit. That's his 6th catch of the night, 150 yards. And this is the guy you go to if you want to have the deep shot. He's just going to beat his defender right here, wide open, and a beautiful moon ball from Amber. Just beautiful throw, beautiful catch for a solid gain. Able to push that one downfield. So we just have about 4 minutes left to go here.
Fighting for maybe one more score, but going for the run game instead. Running straight upfield is Joseph Ellis with 3 yards on the rush.
A solid 3-yard carry there, but like I said, I would have abandoned the run game a little while ago. Kind of want to push this one into the end zone.
Wolverines continuing their drive down the field here at the 18-yard line. Looking for a deep throw, and it goes complete. Richard Powers just put up 6. Touchdown for the Wolverines.
And that's his second touchdown of the night. The fifth touchdown of the night, actually, total for Michael Lambert. Back-to-back, these quarterbacks going band for band, and they're fighting their way back into this one. Still not out of it. Probably need an onside kick of sorts here. Just a great drive there by Michigan. A great, quick, efficient drive by the Wolverines to keep themselves in it.
And Wolverines able to get a couple more points up, going for the onside kick. The Tar Heels are going to get their hands on the ball and start off with a pretty decent field position.
And with the onside kick, you're going to get good field position, but it's going to be interesting to see. Do the UNC Tar Heels want to score one more time? Or is it time to just get a couple of first downs and wear that clock down, call it a day?
3.5 minutes left. I mean, they can definitely put some points up, but we'll see as the plays go down. 61-41 with 3.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, and Tar Heels are continuing. Oh, Cliff Booth had almost open field to work with. That would have been game changing.
Definitely would have been the momentum shift that they needed. But now, I mean, with that call right there, and as dangerous as that was, does UNC switch up their mindset?
This time holding on to the ball, John Hancock running up fields, stat padding those rushing yards for Hancock. 30 yards on the rush. I mean, that's much more than a first down.
Absolutely, a great play they needed right there. He's up to 68 yards rushing on the night. Beautiful play there by Hancock, and now they're getting very close to scoring another touchdown, and it's just a wild offensive night here for the Tar Heels.
More than 100 points scored in this game. Just a crazy game. Both offenses, you know. A big throw up left side goes to King Love for 5 yards on the reception.
He's up to 7 catches, 111 yards and a touchdown. Johnny Hancock near 600 yards on the night, bringing up 2nd and 5.
3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, and UNC playing it slow, running down the clock for every second that it's worth to make sure that the Wolverines have little to no comeback opportunity. Limit the plays that go down on the field, and the score will remain the exact same. 2:43. So the play finally starts. Pressure in the pocket forces Hancock to roll out and slide into the end zone, but doesn't quite get there. 1st and goal.
It's going to stop you, where you were giving yourself up at. So it's going to be down on the 1.
1st and goal, just shy of the end zone. I mean, 1 yard's going to make it happen. But again, we're running out the clock. Just making sure that the Wolverines don't have time to work with, because after this play goes down, there will be less than 2 minutes on the clock. 5 seconds left. Snap goes out just in time. Handoff to Novak, who runs up left side and scores one more time for UNC. 67. Oh my God.
Great patient run there just to get 1 yard. All you got to do is just wait for your blocks to develop and push your way into the end zone. 68 points. There you go. You don't got to make the joke now.
All right, thank goodness. I tell you what, if that light breeze developed and made me say 6-7 for the end score, I would not. I just said it again, didn't I? Return goes to the Wolverines, looking to go for one last drive here at the end. They've got timeouts to work with, but I don't think it's possible here.
It's definitely, yeah, we'll call it impossible. You're down 4 possessions at this point. You got 2 minutes left. There's not much time to work with, but I mean, building momentum towards next week, going into conference play, isn't as bad as an idea. You know what we got to mention too? Just a few seasons ago, Texas A&M, they went 0-3 in non-con and made the national championship. So But this isn't the end of the world for the Michigan faithful. Just think about that, chew on that, and just come back next week even harder. This is the step that you needed. Even though it wasn't a win, it's a huge step in the right direction for sure.
Now, when we were going into this matchup, Lente, did you think it was going to go down this way?
No, I had the chance to talk to Aaron Ike before the game, and he said things were looking a lot better, and to his credit, this is much better. But I mean, UNC, they're a great team, and I expected them to compete as well. And to be fair to both teams, I didn't really expect it to go either way. I expected it to be back and forth the whole night, but UNC, they've completely exceeded my expectations.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I didn't have too many expectations going into it because having expectations is how you get let down. I knew both teams were hard hitters going into this. We talked about this earlier with the user content comments about how it's not just bark from UNC. I mean, look at that. Just a hit like that shows that they've got bite behind their bark as well. This is a good team that talks mess and then cleans up the mess as well.
Absolutely. We have a Twitch update here in just a moment as we wrap this one up.
54 seconds left on the clock. One more pass from Dash Potts, or two Dash Potts will pick up 13 on the reception. Timeout used by the Wolverines as they're looking to cash in maybe one more touchdown before this game wraps up. Wait, whoa, no! Oh my God.
Hell, and that's gonna be the ball game. There is over on Twitch. We have a 3-yard touchdown run by D Money as FSU takes the lead. 2-point conversion, no good. 36-35 with 1 minute and 8 seconds left. We have a very strong conclusion over on Twitch.
Wrapping things up here. First down for the Tar Heels. Just a few more plays before they run this clock dry. Jaquez Stanley picks up a couple yards. And it was a fun game to watch. Going into halftime, I thought there's definitely some comeback opportunity, especially in the first quarter too. I mean, it was back and forth, but I think the momentum from the Tar Heels just kept them going, kept them in the lead, and they never gave up hope from there. Wolverines put up a hell of a fight, but it is what it is.
And great game from both these teams. UNC 68 total points on the board. Just great all around. Johnny Hancock, 654 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 1 turnover. Great game from him and the Tar Heels. Great game from the Wolverines as well. They fought till the end. They've shown their resilience, and now both of these teams going into conference play with some sort, of positivity, going into their respective conferences.
And that's going to be it for tonight, folks. 68-41. The Tar Heels walk away victorious. A great performance from both teams, but the Tar Heels come out on top. Thank you to Mike Peters and Austin Crow for making this thing happen. Thank you to Valencia for joining me here in the booth. It's always a pleasure, my man. And most importantly, thank you to the viewers at home for tuning in for a hell of a broadcast. My name is Wardy. It was a pleasure to be here. Tomorrow we'll be back on the YouTube with the Oregon Ducks up against Nebraska, 6:30 Central. Mark your calendar. You don't want to miss it.